I'm at Iron Goat Trail in Washington State, and it's the location of the worst avalanche disaster in United States history. I don't know too much about it, but I'm going to do the hike and I'm going to learn about it. I just did a little Wikipedia reading about this avalanche disaster, and that was scary. So what happened was in 1910, in February, it had been snowing in this region for like a lot, like what they say, like 9 feet per day. On the heaviest day, it was 11 foot, about a foot per hour. And 2 trains coming from Spokane to Seattle were stuck in a depot in this area. And even though the crews were like trying to dig them out, they couldn't like get them out. And so during March 1st, during the night, they think that lightning actually hit. A warm front came in. Everything got warm. Lightning struck, hit the top of the mountain. A forest fire that summer had cleared the mountainside, so there was very little trees. And like a huge wave of snow ran into both these trains, and they fell about 150 feet. There were survivors, but a total of 96 people lost their lives. How terrifying is that? It's the worst avalanche disaster in United States history, and it took place right here in Washington State. And that wasn't the only avalanche that took place in the region that winter. Another one took place in British Columbia that I think about 60 people died. So what a crazy winter that was in 1910 for the Pacific Northwest. Insane. What a crazy place. Scary. Back at the car, so I'm going to wrap it up. But that was the location of the 1910 Wellington avalanche disaster, the United States' deadliest avalanche disaster in its entire history. Beautiful hike, but also incredibly tragic to reflect on the people who lost their lives here. So thanks again. And if you enjoyed and if you learned anything interesting, consider following. All right, signing off.